Hi and welcome back, Larry's computer class. Now we're going to do a Excel spreadsheet with an example of your vacation expenses and stuff like that. Say you want to plan a vacation for next year. So we're going to type in here my vacation. Where do we want to go? Let's put in here my Bahama vacation. Now what you would want to do is you come down here, you can make a list of all your expenses, things you have to plan for, things you need, things you want to get paid for before you leave on vacation. Let's see, how are we going to get to Bahamas? We're going to get a limousine to take us to the airport, and then we're going to fly to the Bahamas. So, first thing we're going to do is limo. And limo is going to cost you $150. Now, once again, we have to format this. If you want, make it simple, you can just format the whole page. It's not going to hurt anything if you format it to numbers and you put writing in there. It's not going to matter. It's just if you happen to put a number in there, you're going to have, it already says 2 decimals, you're going to have your 2 decimals. What else do we have here? Limo, flight, airline. Let's say there's 5 people going, mom and dad and the 3 kids, and it's going to cost, for everybody, it's going to cost $4,789.01 for your airline. Let's see, when you get there, you get a hotel for 2 weeks, 14 days, and let's say 10 days. It'll just make it easier to do the formula. We'll say 10 days at $200 a night. So that's $2,000 for the hotel. And when you get there, you're going to need a rental car. Let's say the rental car is going to be $175 a week. So that's $350. Add your insurance, all that stuff. Food expense. Your food, just say round it off. 5 people for 2 weeks. We'll just say $700. You're going to go out to dinner a few times, maybe go to the grocery store, buy some food. So, average, you're going to spend $250 a week at your house anyways, normally. You go on vacation, you want to go out to dinner a few times, you want to hit the pizza parlors for lunch, stuff like that. What else would you need on vacation? Spending money. Spending cash. What that is you need money to do things while you're on vacation. You're going to need money for souvenirs. You want to go on a trip. You're in the Bahamas. Say you want to go on a whale watching cruise. Whatever you want to do. Stuff like that. You're going to need spending money. 5 people. I would figure maybe $200 a day. It's going to be a pretty expensive vacation, but you're going to have fun. So 14 times 200 is 2,800, I believe. Yeah, that's a little high. Let's just say spending money, we're going to take $1,000 with us. While you're there, you want to go on a whale watch, which say for everybody's $125. That's good. whatever else you need. You can add things to this afterwards, but just to give you a list to start. Now what you're going to do is up here you're going to put, actually you know what, let's move this down a line. Let's right click, hold your cursor down, highlight, right click, let's cut, come down one space, paste, just to give us a little room at the top. You can put in here items, cost, and paid. So let's say your limo, they wanted a down payment, $75 to hold the limo for that day. The rest you pay when the limo picks you up. The airlines, say you're not going for a year, so you want to put in a reservation, but they want $1,500 to hold the reservation. You must pay it 3 months before you leave, whatever the airline flies, whatever the airline requirements are. Hotel, say they want 50% down too, and you give them a credit card, put $1,000 to hold the hotel. Rental car, say you put down half to hold your reservation. Food you're going to buy when you get there, spending cash, that's for when you get there. The whale watching trip, that takes place 4, 5, 6 times a day, so you don't really have to reserve that. You just go stand in line, buy your tickets. So now what do we have here? Let's take our list, add it up. $9,114 and paid so far. Add it up. You've paid $2,750. Now what you want to do is over here, let's make this a little fancier. Let's add some color to this. Items, cost, paid. Make it a little different color if you want. Put it there. If you really want to get fancy, you can highlight a whole thing. Come over here to this one, your text or your font. Find something that's going to look good. You always want lighter background and darker font if you're going to use 2 colors for both. That looks pretty good. Just to give it a little bit of life. Let's make some room here. Spread this out a little bit. There you go. And then your totals. There you go. Now, what you can do is, let's do something a little different here. Now let's clear this. Over here, let's add the same color to it. Let's bring this down. Oops. Let's bring this down to here and put your total in. There you go. Because then you can have expenses, and you can have paid. Then what you can do is you come down here, pick any spot, just to give you a little reference on formulas, how to do formulas. Make this a little bigger. In here, give you a little practice here. We're going to do equal, and then type sum, and then you're going to do shift and bracket, which is over the number 9, and you're going to put in cell. We're going to manually do this. You can click on this cell and it'll enter it, and then you can click on this cell and it'll enter it, but just to manually show you how to do it, this is column B, row 11. So what you do is you put in here B 11 and see how it highlights that one. Just confirms what you're at, and then you do minus, and then you do C 12, and then shift in your other bracket, your closing bracket, which is over the 0, and then you hit enter, and that tells you what your balance is, what you have to pay before you leave. And then as you pay things, say you want to put a little money in the bank to cover some of the other expenses you have. 17, let's see, $1,000, $1,700, $1,825. You can put, let's see, this is balance. So let's do this a little different. We can do it this way if you want, or another way to do it. Let's clear all of this. Right click, clear contents. Let's just put this back to white. There you go. Make that white so it's all consistent. And if you want, you can make these a different color. There's several different ways to do this. I mean, I'll show you a couple different ways. You can choose which way you like best. That was one way to do it. But let's do this. First of all, let's put in our graph. So, click on all borders. That way it looks nice and neat. Let's do this way. Let's go to here and let's type in expenses, paid, put up here, savings. Let's do this way. Alright, say you go to the bank and say first you're going to work on the $700 for the food. You go to the bank and you put in $400 in the bank. And then when you get to 700, you can work on all of these. You're going to work on them all together on a savings account, but just so you can keep track of what you saved on your expense account here. So savings, you're going to put in $400. Actually, we're not going to do it this way. Let's do it this way. Savings equals sum bracket. Your savings is C 8, 9, and 10. C 8, 9, and 10 is your savings. So you're going to put in here sum C8 plus C9 plus C10, and then your closing brackets, and then hit enter. There you go. Now it's got your $400 entry here. If you come down here and say spending money cash, you put $300 in the bank to cover your spending money, enter, there you go, it automatically changes it. Same thing with your expenses. We're going to do here, this is B4 through 10. So you can do it the same way we did the other one, equals sum bracket. Now you can enter manually B4 plus B5 plus B6 and so on, or you can click on this one and see it added it, B4, hit your plus, which is shift and the little plus sign above the equal sign, and you click on this, plus this, plus this, this, plus, and last but not least, plus. And now as you can see, the boxes that are around them are color-coded, and they're actually color-coded to match your entries over here. B10, whoop, you don't need the plus sign there. B10 is the last one. So minus that, and then you put your closing bracket in, and enter. and you have $9,114. And if, say, for example, now that you've done it this way, if you come in here, the airline company calls you up and says, we have a discount that you can have. We'll knock $500 off the flight, but you have to make one stop. You don't have to change planes or stay on the same plane. It's about a 30-minute layover, but we'll knock $500 off your bill. You say, okay. So you come up here, you take your $500 off your expense, hit enter, and there you go. It changes the amount automatically. So anything you change in this column will automatically reflect here. Paid, you can do the same thing here. Equals sum, in brackets, plus and plus. Oops, no plus. 9. Oh no, you're going to add, even though there's nothing in this one, you're still going to add that cell to it. So you still want plus 10. So when you do enter something in here, it'll automatically be calculated in this cell. And then your closing brackets, enter. Oh, now we did something wrong because it says 0. What did we do here? Oh, because you got an equal sign in here, that's why. Back, I hit equal instead of plus. Plus 10. There you go. Enter. There you go. Now you have your expenses. Now, what you can do, you come down here. You can just put in balance. Balance, due. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take this column, do the same thing, equals sum, brackets, and then you want to take your expenses, because that's what's going to cost you. You want to take this cell, and you can do this two ways. I'll give you another little tip on doing your formulas. You can add brackets inside your formula. Whatever is in the brackets, the formula is going to do first. For example, let me just give you, you can do H12, this one, and then you would do minus this cell, and then minus this cell, because this is your total expense, and this is your savings that you already have, and this is what you paid already. So you want to take this and subtract it from this. So you could do this, put in minus this cell, minus this cell equals. Or what you can do, you can put in this the way it was, H12, and then what you do is you do your brackets again, and you do this cell plus this cell, your brackets, and then your closing brackets. It looks a little funny with double brackets, but what it's going to do is when it figures out this formula, whoop, you got to put a little minus sign right here. H12 minus. And what that's going to do is this formula that's in the brackets, it's going to figure out first. So it's going to add your 3450 plus your 700, and then it's going to subtract it from your expense. Enter. And that didn't work too good. Let's see, what did we do wrong here? H11 plus H13. Let's do it this way. I don't know why it came out that way. Let's try it over here. Minus this. I don't think that's going to work either. See what happens. Maybe. Let's see if that's right. 8600 minus 700 would be 7,900 minus 34, 45. Yep, that's right, 44.64. So that's your balance due. And then if you want, you can add a little color to this. Whatever color you like. Do that. Then you can come over here to your font. Make that white. And make it a little fancy. Have a little design to your programs. And there you go. So anything you change in here will automatically change these figures, and it'll automatically change your balance due. Your whale watching tour, $125. So you come home from work, you have your pay, take your $125, stick it in an envelope, mark it whale watch, enter, automatically changes your figures. You're down to 4,200. Put a little more money in the bank. Let's change this. Say you throw another $300 in the savings account, so now you're at 6. Automatically changes it. You're down to 36.14. The airline calls. It's 3 months before your trip. They need full payment. They need the rest of their money. You give them a credit card number. The whole thing's paid for. $42.89.01. Paid in full. Enter. Now you're down to only having to come up with $825. And that's an easy way to take care of your, keep track of your vacation expenses. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a little fun with this. There's a lot of things you can do. You can use this for several things besides your vacation. You can use it for any kind of budget. Your school, if you're going to college, your tuition, your rent, food, books, insurance, anything like that. Keep track of your yearly expenses, how much you have to come up with before a certain time. Enjoy. Have a little fun. Thank you.